Sorry to keep you all waiting. Hi. Hello, hello. My dear sins. How are we all doing this fine evening? Hmm? I see a Decker and I see a Cheeto. How are we both? I've been a bit of a fool and not actually started the game up first. That would have been smart, wouldn't it? That would have been very intelligent of me. How are we all doing anyway on this fine Sunday? I know it's a bit later than I originally planned, but things things didn't quite work out the way I'd originally planned it to. It's fine. End of the day, these things happen. And I do hope that my dear player, who is not very well today, is getting better soon. Indeed, we had a bit of sickness, chat. We had a bit of sickness. And as such, we had to cancel for today. Regretfully. So hence why we're doing this instead. Look now, big fish.
I have been.
No worries, man. No worries. Let me make sure the audio's all full. There we go. Great, it's fine. 2 seconds, chat, and I shall have this on. Switch. Game capture. Oh, Endless Legend. There we go. Ah. And because I am so amazing, I've managed it. Boom. There we are. Let me turn off the music. Welcome to Endless Legend 2. 2 things to look at, listen to, overstimulate. You overstimulated? I'm only going to make that so much worse for you tonight. I thought I'd put on the more fantasy-themed armor for this one. Not appropriate. We'll do a quick game. Do a normal. Let's see. What do we feel like playing, I wonder? Ooh, I wonder what that is. Interesting. Let's have a look. We have some options, chat, so if any of these stick out to you as fun things to look at, then let me know. We have the Coral people. Cast specifications. Okay. Coral people with robot bit. Classic human faction. With some Roman influence. Definitely not undead, but basically undead. Whatever the fuck these guys are. And the Necrophage, who are just here to vor people. Every war is justified. Yeah. What am I feeling? Any? Let me see if I can see their units. But you know what? These guys seemed really interesting in the trailers. So we'll do these guys. To sort of explain, Endless Legend is a 4X strategy game, so it's turn-based. And it's all about expanding, exploring, explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. The 4Xs. Basically, look around, you build up, you get resources, and then you beat the crap out of everyone else. To a point. Depends on the faction in the game, obviously. These guys are quite diplomatic, so we're gonna see how they play. Now, I've only played one game of this. That was the human faction, because the other ones weren't available at the time. This game is still in early access, so it might have a few gribblies.
Balance. Metal and mineral, sky and sea, the bound and the unbound.
Get the intro
This
as well.
harmony murmurs through the air, ripples through the oceans. It is the song of Sayada that we alone can hear. A symphony shared by every being, living or unliving, growing richer until it is ruined by one false note, one crashing dissonance. From discord, only disorder, conflict, and destruction will follow. We must deny this cacophony, sway the strangers of this world, and impose a greater harmony.
Okay. These guys are natives to this planet, I suppose. Just to mention, not everyone in the game is technically from the planet that we're currently playing on. Quite a few of them are, how should we say, off-worlders who've had to kind of pick themselves back up. Endless Legends, kind of, it's fantasy, but some of the magic is technology. But they don't understand it anymore, so it's kind of more like magic. Rebuild the chorus. Subjects of the illuminated realm join. The dieback is behind us. The aspects are recovering. The vast oceans of Seda beckon to us. We shall siege the coral once more, building an empire to soothe the agonies of Seda. Harmonies of our chorus shall drown out the cacophony of chaos. Let me know, by the way, if the game's too loud, by the way. If it's too loud. Just... Right. Must produce a city, chat. We must found a capital city. Hit a time and choose... Oh! So actually... It's actually not worth us doing it right now. That's okay. So, we probably don't want to spend too long waiting. The map will change as time goes on. Shouldn't take too long to prepare. That one. What's this? Yeah, so Endless Legend is a lot like Civ or Gladius. Although it has diplomacy, so more like Civ. So, there was another Endless Legend before this point. Different planet, different races, though some of them I've come across, but different. But yeah, it's that 4X kind of gameplay. Change update. You no longer have to click a tile to see what to build first. Okay, good, they've changed that. That's good. The game's still in early access, by the way, but the devs are pretty good at listening to feedback, which is very fortunate. Let's see. Where's the food tiles at? Surrounded by food tiles, I see. That one. Okay. This one. And this is a. Right, so we have building coral spore will start during coral. Okay. Interesting to know. Okay. So these guys build coral. Oh. They have this little. Have a look at you. I want to have a good look at you. Yeah, if you can zoom in a bit. Little coral mix of little robots. Also sus. Good sir. So this is my hero. It's Bowman, is he? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I've gone too far into it, but they made the heroes a lot more detailed than this. You have rivals and stuff, and more of a character. The skill tree is certainly a bit more advanced. Right. More dust. Right, technology. What do we start with? Okay, so we can get the forum. What shall we do? Fencing. Okay, okay. What do we want then? What stuff can we get here? Don't work. Shop. Okay. Do those. Mission games. Now, I confess, there's a lot of things I'm not super used to with this game, so I might need a moment to readjust. Been a hot minute. Parlay with them. Furnace in the heart of the settlement grows white hot, the air's thick with heat. The sound of metal striking metal fails to silence. As the soldiers march and decamped, grizzled faces and damaged arms speaks of difficult times. But these black hammers, offshoots of the kin, are survivors. Even if they know they could never stand up to the might of an empire, after formalities, the leader, a giant, two head spins taller than the rest. Two head spans, excuse me, to the rest. A tale of the lost scouting party sent to the wilderness days ago. Okay. Oh, okay. So they're a new one, I've not seen them before. Though they are dead, the party raiders have been sighted wearing their trinkets, raiding their weapons. Avenge them will win the cause. Okay. We'll begin the quest. So to explain, basically, a big thing with the minor settlements is you can decide, actually, I'm going to work with them and help them out. It's very similar, yes. It's got a lot in common. Although you don't quite... You can make a custom faction, but each of the factions in this is kind of pre-made and all play very differently from each other. Totally different units, that kind of thing. But yeah, if you've really made your wonders, then there's certainly a crossover, I would say. The same people who made this made, obviously, the other Endless games, but also Humankind. Let's see. District improvements. Here we go. So he's producing that. I'd actually like you to produce this for now. Right, that's for units. Give us some more envoys. So districts. I would quite like you. Stuff there for me. Right. A favourable battle. Good. Yeah, it's got a lot in common. In fact, when we get into the battle, you'll probably further that opinion, actually. Because the battles are very similar. It's definitely... How to put it? I suppose, yeah, the Age of Wonders and it has a lot in common, to be fair. There we go. We'll manual this. So I can show off the battles a bit. Plus, I want to get used to this faction, as I've never used this faction before. So, okay. So... So you're wondering, this blue area here is where I can shoot. And a battle will never go longer than 8 turns. That hurt a lot? Holy shit. This is that from him. Ah, reduces damage. Okay. That's good to know. So we're just here to deal with raiders. Oh, is you? No, that's okay. I'm doing all right, I think. I definitely improved. Definitely greatly improved from how I was. The coughing's still a bit of a thing, but otherwise, you know, I'm mostly back to my old self, which is good. For anyone wondering, by the way, why we're not doing Dark Heresy today, the main reason, predominantly, is due to an unfortunate bit of sickness. As one of my players isn't very well. He's this morning come down a bit of sicky, so. So yeah, he's the great dad. Illuminated realm of the aspects now. Centuries of just 7 months ago, web of coral stretched across the island and into the seas beyond. Experienced dieback at date switch. Reef swivered. Okay. So basically, these guys are a sentient coral mix of technology, is the best way I can describe them. But they're not like a hive mind. They're seemingly like their own individual people. They're a really unique looking thing, which, honestly, when it comes to the endless games, every faction's really bloody unique. You have some archetypes, right? But like, they're really unique. Good news, Pyro. Against all odds we survive. The Reefborn have been built anew. It is the shadow of itself, and our once mighty chorus is but a distant whisper. A discordant whisper. We lost many in the dieback. That is true. But a handful of us persist. We will rebuild the chorus as well. We were complacent, my friend. We called it the Illuminated Realm, land of plenty and bliss. We're blind to the coming ruin. Good questions, of course, but they can wait. And remember, you have barely donned the robes of office, of power laid in others' hands, so stop feeling too guilty. Alright, we'll skip through that. There's basically these quests. There's a bit of narrative. Essentially, the planet's having a sudden, very catastrophic change. These guys were here before some of the other races. Basically, it's a fantasy setting, but the dust that's used is this nanomachine-like stuff, and it has magical-like effects, but because they don't understand this isn't magic. It's like the broken... Oh, called the Broken Lords now? Oh, what are they called now? Something Lords. Basically, they were from the first game. They escaped the last planet, crash-landed here, and they kind of had to wait until they were able to be awakened. They are made of dust. And essentially, dust can kind of be used to buff people up. In Endless Space, is more explained that dust is actually technology. Last Lords, thank you, Celestial Lion. So welcome to the chat, by the way. How you doing? See, I'm used to the Broken Lords because I played Endless Legend 1 a load. That's me being a bit of a goober. Okay, so putting these in the middle of different districts is rather helpful. Actually... Nah, useful. Right. What about my boys? Trying to figure out this coral spreader. Ah, now I can do it. Okay, so it's because I was in a place that already has it. Yep, that makes plenty of sense. Right, there we go. Send that a ways, and then we'll deal with the other quest. Right. Good, we have more scientific research. You'll love to see it. Human infection discovered. Okay. Good. What the fuck are you? Big bird boys. Can we rush these? Yeah, give him enough money. Okay. So, I believe... Yeah, so these guys want to spread coral. And that gives them a buff, if memory serves. I do forget some details of this faction, as I'll be honest. Oh, wow. Manual it, I guess. Okay. We'll let them come to us. Again, I'm not fully versed in how these guys work. So, by all means, if I'm doing something wrong here and anyone knows better, please let me know. Still getting used to some of the combat system. This has changed a bit from what I remember. Okay, so do these guys want to stay still a lot then? Is that the... Ah, right. Okay, okay, so they don't like moving too much. Understood. This guy will do quite a bit of damage to them. You can just send these guys in to just fuck them up. Defense. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Things I didn't know. We're going to do that. These guys ignore attack opportunity. I'll have to try and remember that. These guys do not ignore it, however. There we are. Scouts might not be among us any longer. Your efforts have brought us a measure of peace. We're at your service. Excellent. My units are pretty beat up, however. Gained a level. Okay, what can we put your level in? All units in the army. South. Resilience. Gain experience because attempts. Okay. And okay. You know what, we'll do the healing, I think, initially. I would like my boys to be in a better position. Choose special functions. Ah, so this is how unit upgradings works now, is it? Interesting. Okay. So back in the day, you used to have, like, equipment and stuff you could give to your units, right? You know what? Yeah, I would like to simulate them. They seem pretty strong. They seem pretty strong, honestly. Yeah, amazing. We now have plenty of people doing plenty of things. Honestly, that feels pretty good to have. Good. Question. Right, okay. So we need to do another bit of coral building. We'll figure that out.